It was a normal night in North Charleston, South Carolina. People were laughing, dancing, and enjoying life at the Bloom Room Nightclub. But for Maya Simmons, a 30-year-old mother of 8, it would be her last night alive. Later that evening, Maya was found shot outside the nightclub, the victim of a sudden and shocking crime. The woman who pulled the trigger was someone she knew, 39-year-old Kaisha Simmons Birch. In a moment fueled by anger and jealousy, Kaisha ended Maya's life, leaving 8 young children without their mother and a family torn apart forever.
Kaisha Birch, the woman charged with killing a mother of 8 last month, is pleading self-defense. That's according to her attorney at today's bond court hearing. News 4's Conley Grayson was there and joins us now. And Conley, what does her attorney say happened?
Maya Simmons had been a loving and devoted mother. She worked hard to give her children a safe, happy life. Recently engaged, Maya had dreams of building a better future. Dreams filled with hope, laughter, and love. She wanted to create a home where her children could grow up without worry, surrounded by kindness and care. But that dream was shattered in a matter of seconds. A moment that should have been full of celebration turned into one of the worst nights anyone could imagine. What led Kaisha to make such a terrible choice? How could anger grow so strong that it turned deadly? And why did Maya, a woman so full of life and hope, have to lose everything because of someone else's jealousy? After the shooting, Kaisha Simmons Birch was not arrested right away. But after some days passed and the investigation grew stronger, she turned herself into police. She now faces serious charges, including manslaughter and possession of a deadly weapon during a violent crime. However, the pain she caused cannot be undone. The police and investigators worked hard to piece together what happened that night. Witnesses came forward. Evidence was collected. The courtroom would later hear 2 sides of the story: Kaisha's claim of self-defense and Maya's family's firm belief that Maya was never a threat. Yet, even with all the facts laid out, many questions still remain unanswered. What caused Kaisha to act so violently? Was this an accident, a misunderstanding, or a long-growing anger that finally exploded? How can jealousy turn so deadly so fast? The community of North Charleston is still trying to heal. Families, friends, and neighbors are left mourning Maya's death. Her children, now growing up without their mother's love and guidance, are the ones who will carry this loss the longest. Through the story of Maya Simmons, we uncover the chilling truth about how quickly lives can change and how deep the wounds of violence can go. This is not just a story of one woman's death. It is a story of 8 children's futures, a broken family, and a community forever changed. Stay with us as we take you deeper into the tragic story of Maya Simmons. Together, we will walk through the night of the crime, the investigation, and the haunting questions that still linger. What happened to Maya could happen to anyone, and understanding her story is the first step to making sure it doesn't happen again. If you enjoy real crime stories that uncover the truth, don't forget to subscribe. Your support helps us share real cases, spread awareness, and give a voice to those who can't speak for themselves. Before we begin, let us know in the comments, where are you watching from, and what are your thoughts as the story unfolds? Welcome to True Crime Tales, where we reveal the crimes that shock communities and the secrets hidden behind closed doors. These are real people, real events, real consequences. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's begin. Maya Simmons was a woman who lived in North Charleston, South Carolina. She was 30 years old when she died. Maya was a mother. She had 8 children. Taking care of 8 children is a very big job. Every day, Maya would wake up early and make sure her kids had what they needed. She cooked food for them, helped them get ready for school, and made sure they were safe. Maya loved her children very much. People who knew her said she spent a lot of time with them. She would help them with their homework, play with them at the park, and read them bedtime stories. She liked to make her children happy. Maya was also known for being hardworking. She worked different jobs to earn money for her family. Even when she was tired, she still worked because she wanted her children to have a good life. She never gave up, even when things were hard. Maya was a creative person. She liked making things with her hands. Sometimes she would make crafts with her kids. She liked painting, drawing, and even decorating her house. Maya always found ways to make simple things look beautiful. Maya cared a lot about her family, not just her kids, but also her parents, her grandmother, and other family members. She would visit them, help them if they needed anything, and make sure they were doing okay. One very exciting thing in Maya's life was that she had recently gotten engaged. This means she was going to get married soon. She had a new fiancé who made her happy. Maya was planning for a new life with him. She was excited to have a fresh start and build a stronger family together. She dreamed about a better future. Maya wanted her children to live in a safe house. She wanted them to go to good schools. She dreamed of having a nice wedding. She planned to buy a bigger car so she could take all her kids to school and to fun places. She also hoped to start her own business one day. Maya was working hard to make all these dreams come true. She wanted her children to see that if you work hard and stay hopeful, you can have a better life. Many people around her saw how strong she was. Even when life was not easy, Maya kept moving forward. She did not stop trying. Maya was not a famous person. She was just a regular woman who wanted to live a happy, safe life with her kids. But even regular people like Maya are important. Her life mattered to her family, her children, and her community. Kaisha Simmons Birch was a 39-year-old woman. She lived in North Charleston, South Carolina, in the United States. Not much is known about Kaisha's life before the shooting. There are no big news stories about where she worked. There are no public stories about who her family members are. She was not famous. She lived a normal life, like many other people. Kaisha and Maya Simmons knew each other, but no one knows exactly how they met. Some people think they might have known each other through friends. Some think they may have seen each other around the neighborhood, but it is not very clear. What is clear is that Kaisha did not feel happy when Maya got engaged. Maya was a 30-year-old mother of 8 children. She had just gotten engaged to marry someone she loved. She was very excited to start a new life. She had big dreams for her future. Kaisha, on the other hand, felt jealous. Jealousy means feeling upset because someone else has something good. Kaisha may have wanted to be happy like Maya, or she may have been angry that Maya was moving forward in life. We do not know everything that Kaisha was thinking. On July 28, 2023, Maya Simmons went to a nightclub called the Bloom Room. The Bloom Room is located on Dorchester Road in North Charleston, South Carolina. Maya wanted to celebrate and have some fun. She had been working hard and taking care of her 8 children. She wanted a night to relax and enjoy herself. Kaisha Simmons Birch was also at the nightclub that night. She knew Maya before, but it is not very clear how close they were. Some people said there were bad feelings between them. It was said that Kaisha might have been upset because Maya was newly engaged. After the party ended inside the club, Maya went outside to the parking lot. She was likely getting ready to leave. Kaisha was also in the parking lot. That is where they met. An argument started between Maya and Kaisha. Nobody knows all the details about what they said to each other. Witnesses said they were talking loudly. It sounded like they were having a disagreement. No one is sure who started the argument or what the argument was about. During the argument, Kaisha pulled out a gun. It is not clear how long the argument lasted before she took out the gun. She pointed the gun at Maya. Then Kaisha shot Maya multiple times. Multiple times means she fired more than once. Maya was hit by the bullets and fell to the ground. People nearby heard the gunshots. They quickly called the police by dialing 911. They told the police that a person had been shot in the parking lot of the Bloom Room. Police officers and emergency medical workers arrived very fast. They found Maya lying on the ground. She was badly hurt with gunshot wounds. Emergency workers put Maya into an ambulance and took her to hospital as quickly as they could. At the hospital, doctors and nurses tried to save Maya's life, but the injuries from the gunshots were too serious. Maya died at the hospital from her wounds. At the parking lot, the police looked around very carefully. They put yellow tape around the area so that no one could walk there. They did not want anything to be touched or moved because it was now a crime scene. They needed to find out exactly what happened. The police asked everyone who was still there if they saw what happened. They talked to many people. Some people said they heard shouting, before the gunshots. Some said they saw two women arguing. Some even said they saw a woman pull out a gun. The police wanted more information. They checked if there were any cameras near the parking lot. Nightclubs often have cameras outside to watch what happens. The police found some cameras and asked for the videos. They wanted to see who was there, what was said, and what happened when the shooting started. The police watched the videos carefully. They listened to the witnesses. They wrote everything down. They also collected anything left behind at the scene, like bullet shells. At first, Kaisha Simmons Birch was not arrested. The police did not find her at the scene. They needed to find her to ask her questions. They wanted to hear her side of the story. Sometimes when someone leaves a scene, the police must work hard to find them. Days passed. The police kept investigating. They talked to Maya's family. They talked to more witnesses. They checked if Kaisha had any reason to be angry at Maya. They wanted to know if it was an accident or something planned. On August 11th, 2023, Kaisha Simmons Birch turned herself in to the police. This means she went to the police station on her own. She knew the police were looking for her. She decided to go and face the charges. When Kaisha arrived, the police arrested her right away. They told her what she was being charged with. Kaisha was charged with manslaughter. Manslaughter means killing someone without planning it ahead of time. It means that even if a person did not mean to kill, they still cause a death by their actions. In this case, Kaisha's actions led to Maya's death. Kaisha was also charged with possession of a deadly weapon during the commission of a violent crime. This means she had a gun while doing something violent. Having a weapon while hurting someone is a serious crime. After Kaisha was arrested, she went to court. In court, she would have to explain what happened. A judge would decide if she could leave on bond or if she had to stay in jail while waiting for her trial. The police investigation helped to bring out the facts of what happened. They used witness stories, camera videos, and physical evidence from the scene. Without the investigation, it would have been harder to understand the full story. The investigation was important because when something bad happens, the police must find out who did it, why did it happen, how can justice be done. Thanks to the hard work of the police, Kaisha was found and charged. Now, it is up to the court to decide what happens next. Why is it important for the police to investigate carefully? What would happen if there were no witnesses or cameras? How can turning yourself in change what happens in court? When Kaisha Simmons Birch went to court, she told the judge and the people listening that she shot Maya Simmons because she was scared. Kaisha said that Maya made her feel afraid. She said that Maya was trying to hurt her. Kaisha said she had no choice but to use her gun. She told the court that she only wanted to protect herself. This is called self-defense. Self-defense means you protect yourself when you think someone is going to hurt you. Kaisha's lawyer also stood up and said the same thing. He told the court that Kaisha did not plan to kill Maya. He said Kaisha was scared and had to act fast to save herself. Kaisha wanted everyone to believe that she was the victim and not the attacker. But Maya's family did not believe Kaisha's story. Maya's family knew Maya better than anyone else. They said that Maya was a peaceful person. They said Maya did not like to fight. She loved her children and wanted to live a good life. Her family said Maya was not the kind of person who would try to hurt anyone. Maya's grandmother, Jennifer Ferguson, spoke about Maya. She said Maya was kind, creative, and full of love. She said Maya liked to help people, not hurt them. Maya's family was sure that Maya would never have made Kaisha feel scared. The police also looked at the case carefully. They talked to people who saw what happened that night. Some witnesses said they did not see Maya trying to hurt Kaisha. They said the fight did not look like something Maya started. Some people said that Kaisha was the one who was angry. The court also looked at other facts. Maya did not have any weapon with her. She did not have a gun, a knife, or anything dangerous. She was not carrying anything that could hurt someone. That made it hard for some people to believe that Kaisha really needed to use a gun. The police charged Kaisha with 2 crimes. Manslaughter. This means killing someone without planning it ahead. Using a weapon during a violent crime. This meant that the police thought Kaisha was wrong to shoot Maya. They believed that Kaisha did not have a good enough reason to kill her. Still, Kaisha's lawyer kept saying it was self-defense. He asked the judge to let Kaisha out of jail while waiting for her trial. He said Kaisha was not dangerous and would come back to court when needed. Maya's family felt very hurt listening to Kaisha's defense. They did not understand how anyone could say Maya was scary. They knew her as a loving mother who was trying to make her life better. They wanted the court to see the real Maya, not the picture Kaisha was trying to paint. The court listened to both sides. Kaisha's side saying she was scared and trying to protect herself. Maya's family saying Maya was peaceful and never aggressive. The truth would need to come out through more court meetings, where more people could speak and more facts could be shared. But no matter what, one thing stayed the same. Maya Simmons was gone. Her 8 children were now without a mother. Her family missed her very much. And a big question still remained for everyone listening. Was Kaisha really acting in self-defense? Or was she just trying to escape punishment for a terrible mistake? If someone says they were scared, but there is no real danger, should they still use a weapon? How do we know when someone is truly protecting themselves and when they are just using it as an excuse? How could we teach people to walk away from fights instead of using violence? In the end, the court would have to decide. Was Kaisha telling the truth? Or was she trying to save herself after doing something very wrong? That is the hard question everyone had to think about. When Maya Simmons was killed, her family was devastated. They couldn't believe it. Maya was a mother, a daughter, a sister, and a friend. She was loved by everyone who knew her. Her family could not imagine a life without her. Maya's family spoke out to remember the wonderful person she was. They said she was always kind, loving, and gentle. Maya took care of her 8 children and worked hard every day to make sure they had everything they needed. She was always thinking about them and making sure they were happy. Maya was also creative. She loved making new things, whether it was a special meal for her kids or a new way to have fun together. Her grandmother, who was very close to her, said that Maya was always making sure her children were safe and well cared for. The family described Maya as someone who had a big heart and who gave so much love to everyone. In times of sadness like this, the family turned to their faith for strength. They believed that Maya was now in heaven, watching over them. Faith helped them feel comforted. Even though they missed her very much, they knew that Maya would always be with them in their hearts, even if they could not see her anymore. Faith gave them hope that one day they would be together again. The community was also deeply saddened by Maya's death. Neighbors, friends, and even people who didn't know her well felt the loss. Maya's death was not just a tragedy for her family, but for everyone who knew her. The community came together to support Maya's family. People shared stories about how kind and loving Maya was, and how much she meant to everyone around her. The outpouring of love and support showed that Maya had touched many lives, and her death left a hole in the hearts of everyone. Maya's 8 children were left behind after her tragic death. They were very young, some of them only toddlers, and now they had to grow up without their mother. These children had lost a person who loved them the most. The family knew that the children needed a lot of care and support. Maya's family, including her grandmother and other relatives, stepped in to help take care of the kids. They made sure the children were safe and had what they needed. But the questions remained. Who would raise them? How would they heal from this deep loss? How could they even begin to understand what had happened to their mother? The children would need to grow up with the love and support of the family. But the pain of losing their mother would stay with them. It was hard to know how they would ever understand why such a terrible thing happened. Would they always remember their mother? Would they ever be able to understand why her life was taken so suddenly? These are the tough questions that the family faced as they tried to help the children heal. Maya's death teaches us many lessons. First, we see how jealousy and anger can destroy lives. Kaisha Birch, in a moment of jealousy and anger, made a terrible choice that ended Maya's life. Jealousy can make people do things they would not normally do. Anger can make people lose control. Maya's death shows us how dangerous it can be when emotions are not controlled. We also learn the importance of walking away from fights. When we are angry, we sometimes want to argue or fight. But walking away from a fight can prevent something much worse from happening. Maya's death is a reminder that it is better to walk away from a fight than to let anger make decisions for us. Another important lesson is why guns should never be used in anger. Guns can hurt people badly and change everything in a moment. In this case, a gun was used to solve a problem that could have been solved with words. If Kaisha had chosen to talk or walk away, things might have turned out differently. Guns should never be used as a way to express anger. Lastly, we learn how one bad decision can cause so much pain. Maya's death shows how one choice, made in anger, can hurt many people for the rest of their lives. The family, the community, and even the children will never forget this loss. One moment can change everything. What would you do if you felt jealous of someone? Would you talk to them about it or try to solve the problem peacefully? How can we teach others, especially kids, to solve problems with words and not violence? How can we help families who lose loved ones to violence? What can we do to support them in their time of need? The story of Maya Simmons is a sad one, but it teaches us important lessons. It shows us how powerful our emotions can be and how a moment of anger can change everything forever. Always remember, choose peace. Every choice you make can affect many lives, so choose wisely. One moment of anger can change everything forever. Always choose peace. If you found this story as gripping and heartbreaking as we did, don't forget to like this video and share it with others. And if you want to hear more true crime stories that uncover the mysteries behind these tragic events, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. You won't want to miss our latest stories, updates, and discussions. Thank you for joining us on this journey to seek justice and explore the truth. Together, we can make a difference. Until next time, stay safe and stay aware.